Does it need to be organic, grass-fed? What about all that?
But how do you distinguish? What she's saying is like people can put that on the label, but it may not be true. So how do you figure that out?
So grass-fed, grass-finished is legit, or 100% grass-fed for beef. And then chicken is just hard. There's not a lot of farms doing it right. Like Primal Pastures, Pasture Bird are 2 family farms, totally legit. Feed that doesn't even have like seed oils. I mean, they've taken every step. But yeah, chicken, I would honestly just encourage people to like find a local farmer for that. Grass-fed, grass-finished beef, you can get that anywhere, and that's going to be good. Organic is a step better, but all that means is that the animals were fed organic feed. So if you're getting organic chicken, that chicken was fed organic feed, but it could still be raised indoors, never seeing the light of day, packed close together and all that.
What about raw milk? Do you like raw milk?
Love raw milk. I was hoping you'd ask about that.
Go off, please.
Yeah, raw milk's the best. I think you have like a raw milk dealer kind of situation, and same here.
Not going to have one soon. We keep talking about it. It's going to kick us out.
Oh no, yeah.
But do you like raw milk for the benefits? Like talk about anything that you've seen changes.
Yeah, I honestly, I tell people this, like, I feel like it was a nutrient that my body was missing that once I started incorporating it, I was like, oh, I feel so much better. Like, I feel like I'm eating how I was always supposed to eat now. And my body had just been missing it for so long. Because I used to do conventional dairy growing up and then cut it out just because it wasn't making me feel good once I started kind of being aware of like what made me feel good and what didn't. But then I tried the raw stuff, and because it isn't pasteurized, all the enzymes that enable you to digest it aren't destroyed. And it's amazing.
It's wild because people will be like, my stomach can't handle milk, so I can't do raw milk. And I'm like, no, your stomach can't handle milk because you're drinking pasteurized milk.
Right.
If you switch to raw milk, you won't believe how much better you feel. And it is 100%. So weird. There's something primal about it when you start drinking it. It is like you naturally like lean towards it. Like, it's really weird. Yeah. It's almost grounding.
Yeah, you gravitate towards it. You crave it.
Yeah.
My kids are obsessed with it. I feel like it's added like so many benefits to our family.
The problem with a lot of these diets is that if you have a moral reason that you're doing or not doing something, like I'm not going to try to talk anyone off that point, and like all the respect to you, but I think the difficulty is, say it's not a moral reason, you just attach this as like, I am this thing and this is my identity. Mm-hmm. And you say, and then when people attach an identity to their quote unquote diet, that's a really difficult way to live because new information presents itself and you're like, well, this is my identity, so I can't try something like raw milk, or I can't try grass-fed finished beef, like because it's now my identity. And I think a lot of people dig in on that position and they hurt themselves in the long run because they've made it about who they are as opposed to like what's right for their body. Does
Absolutely.
that make sense?
Yeah. And I think that's a big thing in not everyone, but a lot of people in the vegetarian vegan community who go that route for environmental reasons, when now we're finding that with regenerative agriculture and farms that are raising animals how they should be raised outside on grass, their manure actually fertilizes the soil. The soil becomes more biodiverse and capable of carrying more carbon, sequestering more carbon from the atmosphere, and it actually helps to regenerate the planet. And not to mention, all of the bunnies and frogs and like animals that are destroyed with monocrop farming that's so prevalent across the central US. Like, there's that too.
It's wild. Meat's making like it's like the pendulum swung one way and now we're swinging the other way. But I feel like there needs to be some kind of balanced energy.
Yeah.
But it's like it really swings.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does.
I know that you mentioned the nervous system earlier. And I think that 2025 is going to be the year of the nervous system. Like, I feel like we haven't talked about that enough as a society. What are some things that you do on a regular basis that nourish your nervous system?
Yeah, I love this question. I mean, I do a lot of things. So this may sound like a lot
we love it.
To some people, but
bring out your scroll.
I have a PEMF mat from Higher Dose that I love.
Okay.
An infrared sauna. Love my morning walks. And I have grounding shoes from a company called Bahe. So they're made of conductive materials, and I'm actually grounded as I'm walking, but I don't have to be barefoot. There's obviously it's a shoe, so there's a barrier between my foot and the ground, but that's still cool. Getting the benefits and all the free electrons from the earth that you can experience with grounding. So honestly, I think going out for anyone that just wants to experience some nervous system relief on a budget, go outside in the morning, get the morning sunlight, walk barefoot on the ground, and just, walking in general is just so good for your lymphatic system, so good for your nervous system. Just like take a morning walk. I feel like that is the best thing. Such an easy thing that anyone can do. I mentioned the infrared sauna, taking baths. I'm a big bath person. Epsom salt baths, I love. And then,
how do you take a bath with 3 kids? What's the hack to that? I can't even like go in the bathroom and wash my hands.
Yeah,
How are you taking a bath?
After they're asleep.
You just throw them in the cage with a padlock.
Oh, yeah. So you're taking like a full bath.
Or sometimes I'll be like, if it's the middle of the day, I'll say like, Jeff, give me 20 minutes solo, and then you can bring the kids in and like we can all take a bath together. Yeah. But like I need some time first.
You need to be.
So I'll make it like hot for me, and then I'll add some cool water before they get in.
Yeah, they always want cold water.
Yeah. And then I'm all about facial massage. Like I know you're a big fan of facial massage too. And so like gua sha, facial cupping, facial dry brushing, like just taking a minute at the end of the day to do that makes such a difference.
For those listening that have kids, what are some things that parents can do for their children that maybe you do for your kids that are healthy hacks?
Yeah. I take my kids outside with me in the morning. Like we all just kind of will be outside, ground a little bit, get the morning sunlight. The morning sunlight, like as a parent, it's one of the best things you can do. And it benefits you also because it regulates their circadian rhythm for the day. So they get those awakening hormones from the sun and their body wakes up. And then when you do that in the morning, then your body winds down at the appropriate time at the evening. So